for those who are interested in hosting their own talk show. With monthly and weekly slots available on Conroe's FM 104.5, 106.1, and on irlonestar.com. Start your own podcast, create your first YouTube channel, and be on TV. Contact Lone Star Community Radio online at irlonestar.com or call the station message line at 936-647-3776.
Thank you for listening to Lone Star Community Radio. This program was broadcasted and recorded live from the LSCR studios in downtown Conroe, Texas. Lone Star Community Radio is supported by listeners like you. Donate and sponsor today. For more information on getting involved with Lone Star Community Radio, contact us at lscrstudios@gmail.com or visit us online at www.irlonestar.com.
You are listening to Lone Star Community Radio on 104.5 KCZWLP Conroe and 106.1 KZCCLP Conroe and worldwide on irlonestar.com.
Hello, everyone. I am Margie Taylor, your host for Conroe Culture News of Taylorized PR. And today, Monday, May 9th, I hope you all had a great Mother's Day for all you moms or those who act as moms or grandmas or aunts or whatever the case is. I had a nice, relaxing day. So today, we're going to have two guests. We're going to hear from Jason Rocha. He's the president and founder of the Woodlands Pride, and he's going to tell us information about the organization and their event coming up in October. The second segment will be Cecily Kelly of the Conroe Rotary Club, and she's going to talk all about Rotary, their weekly meetings, and of course their annual pancake supper that is May 17th at Honor Cafe. So you can hear us live streaming on irlonestar.com, FM 104.5, 106.1, our city TV, cable TV, of course Facebook Live on Conroe Culture News, and YouTube Live. So if you don't hear now, you can hear it later, and you can share it with others. So we want to give thanks to Roger Stein Chiropractic and Team Sinisi Real Estate Group who sponsor Conroe Culture News. And by the way, I've been doing this for 6 years this month. 6 years weekly. So yay. And we prevail because we are now located at the Conroe Tower in downtown Conroe. We've always been in downtown Conroe, but now we're in a different location. So stop by and say hi. Team Sinisi Real Estate Group is who you need to go to for all your real estate needs, buying, selling, investing. Team Sinisi, 281-507-9777. Team Sinisi, because it's an easy name to remember. Roger Stein Chiropractic is located at 3033 West Davis by Conroe High School and Taco Bell. And they have been voted the best chiropractic care in Montgomery County for many years. They treat people of all ages and all backgrounds, from infants to seniors, weekend athletes to professionals, where they focus on natural, holistic healing to relieve pain, but also achieve optimal health. Dr. Stacy Rogers holds certifications in adjusting extremities, clinical nutrition, and prenatal and pediatric care. New patients, it's only $25 to go for a visit, and it all goes back to CASA, kids that are in CPS custody. So that's Roger Stein Chiropractic and Team Sinisi Real Estate Group. A couple things going on around town. Yes, it's a little hot. I just got back from traveling the great Northwest, and I had a jacket on. So temperatures were going to feel like maybe 105 today. What the heck? How are we going to get through summer? But you can go to Movies in the Park this Friday night. Bring your lawn chair. Maybe bring one of those little adjustable fans that squirts out water at you. So it is this Friday the 13th. I didn't realize that. You can have a free movie at Heritage Park starting at dusk around 8:15 or so, and it will be Space Jams. And Encanto is on May 27th. There will be concessions available for purchase. Space is filling up quickly for the multi-arts camp for students ages 7 to 12 at the Owen Theater. This is always a blast for the kids because at the end of the week, they put on a production for everyone to see. And it teaches them how to get involved in music, art, how to make stage, the sceneries, all of those different things, make the sets. So if you want to know more, go to cityofconroe.org and look under recreation and parks and recreation, and you will find it there. The Players Theater Company is hosting a Broadway play, Bright Star, and that also starts this Friday. Lots of stuff going on. And that is against the backdrop of the South during the 40s after World War II. It's a true, gripping story of a young soldier just home from the war and the literary editor, Alice Murphy, he connects with while he's back home. And again, we're going to hear from the Rotary Club of Conroe. Their annual pancake supper is it's only $25, and that's May 17th, starting at 6 p.m. at Honor Cafe. The doors open at 4:30, and they have several programs that this helps support, including the I Like Me books that they give to first grader in Conroe ISD, and it's personalized, a little story about them, their friends, their teachers, to kind of make them more comfortable in going into big first grade from kindergarten. But they also do water purification systems for underdeveloped countries, and they offer scholarships for high school seniors. So with that, we're going to take a quick break, and we're going to be back with my first guest, my friend Jason Rocha, and he's going to tell us about the Woodlands Pride.
Since 2004, Roger Stein Chiropractic has offered spine and joint manipulation services to residents of Montgomery County and surrounding areas. Conditions treated include lower back pain, migraines, headaches, whiplash, carpal tunnel, neck pain, sciatica, joint pain, sports injuries, herniated discs, and complications from pregnancy. Roger Stein Chiropractic, led by Dr. Stacy Rogers and Dr. Brian McGee, is an integrity-verified chiropractic clinic. Call 936-441-9990 for an appointment, or visit rogerssteinchiropractic.com. That's RODGERSSTEIN chiropractic.com.
Team Sinisi is a proud sponsor of Conroe Culture News. Vinny Sinisi and his professional team provide comprehensive real estate services throughout the greater Montgomery County area and beyond. Whether looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate, Team Sinisi has an impeccable reputation. Contact Team Sinisi for a great experience at teamsinisi.com. That's TEAMSINISI.com.
Statistics show that 1 out of every 6 Texans struggles with food insecurity and hunger. And many people don't eat enough fruits and vegetables every day. The Better Living for Texans program is here to help you learn how to make healthy menu choices, save money at the grocery store, prepare quick and delicious meals, get more good nutrition in your day, and get more physical activity. Classes are fun, friendly, interactive, and free, and taught in English and Spanish. We are Texas A&M AgriLife Extension, helping Texans make their lives better.
Hey, tune in to the Bridge Podcast TX Tuesdays at 11 a.m., where we are connecting commerce with community, interviewing business owners and leaders in the community, allowing the audience to peek behind the curtain of what inspires, motivates, drives these individuals to have meaningful, positive impact in this community. For more information about the show, log into irlonestar.com/TBPTX.
And I am here, Margie Taylor, with Jason Rocha. He is the president and founder of the Woodlands Pride, and he's going to tell us all about how it got started, what his concept was, where it's going, where it's been, and anything else he wants to talk to us about. So, there's only a few people listening, so it's okay.
So I'm the founder and president of the Woodlands Pride. We started in 2018. And my then partner and I were just walking up and down the waterway. Maybe had some wine, before, and
Sounds nice.
Not with us, definitely with us, and we, I was like, I want to have a Pride Festival at Town Green Park, because it's like the staple park in the Woodlands, and that was April 15th or so, and by September 8th, we had our first festival with over 5,000 people at Town Green Park. Yeah,
That's
was
huge. And that was in 2018?
2018, yeah. And then so we did it again 2019, had just over 6,000. And then the pandemic happened and, shut the world down. And then 2020, we did it. 2021, we did it in October. And everyone loved the weather a little bit more because it wasn't hot in September. So the downside of that was it was Halloween weekend. And we live in a very family-oriented community. So people were in and out. They came in, left immediately to go to the next Halloween party or whatever it was.
I see.
But we still had over 5,000 people.
But this is during the day, though.
This is during the day. It's 2021, it was from 12 to 5. Usually it's 11 to 5. But the festival, it's just an opportunity to welcome in people of all backgrounds. Obviously, the focus, if you don't know, Pride is an LGBTQ organization, or the Woodlands Pride is LGBTQ organization. Before, some of our friends in town would ask, well, why don't you just move into town, into the city? It's better for you. It's better. And I was like, no, this is my home. I want to be home.
Move into the city as in Houston?
Yeah, into any city because they have a Pride festival. There's more to do, but it's like I'm home. I enjoy the 200 plus miles of.
Houston is scary. It's just a lot.
It's a lot. We were down there at Houston Symphony the other day, so that's that, right? There's a lot of things in town, but we have our family and friends up here. And
so you grew up out here?
I grew up out here. Grew up in Spring. The only time I really left was when I went to the Army, which we kind of talked about before the show, and I was a drone operator stationed at Fort Riley and did a year in Baghdad in 2008 to 2009.
So you served 4 years, 5 years? 4 years?
Yeah, I was a one
Where's
and done.
Fort Riley?
In Kansas.
Okay.
Yeah, so originally I was meant to go to Italy, and then about a week before, they said, hey, just kidding, you're going to Fort Riley, Kansas. Yeah.
Italy?
Yeah.
Kansas.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But it was incredibly fun, and one of the most, if life is a book, that Army chapter fills up a lot of chapters because it really did shape the person who I am today. I got to understand different cultures, different people, socioeconomic backgrounds I just wasn't exposed to in the bubble that we live in, and it was truly just one of the greatest times of my life, and you know a lot about the Army.
Understand. So what got you intrigued about joining the Army? Did you join the Army after high school, or what?
I did 2 years community college, and my sister, she was in the Marine Corps. She was in Iraq at the time. So in my head, I was like, oh, I need to join now so that if anything happens, I can go and help her. But that's not how the military works. There's plenty of red tape, as you are well aware of that. But there's red tape in every aspect of the military, everything in the military. And
you enjoyed it.
It's something to look back on. I enjoyed it, but during it, no, it was miserable. Like one time we had to flip rocks because the drill sergeant said the rock on the other side wasn't getting enough sun. And so it's just a mind game that is something that for some people is necessary. I can see how some of those tricks help people, but the people that are joining, not everyone needs that. It's not a one size fits all, just like public school isn't one size fits all, just like every employment opportunity isn't. And obviously when you're dealing with a 1 million plus workforce, the easiest way is a one size fits all. And it's unfortunate for a lot of people, because that's why I only did 4 years. I was over the red tape. I was over the micromanagement. But I can look back and see that I wouldn't have been exposed to the things I was exposed to.
Understood. It was an experience, and everything you do in your life is a chapter that leads you to the next place. So what did you do after the Army?
After that, finished school at U of H and started working in insurance, and that's how I got into insurance. I did a very short stint in politics where I ran for office in the Woodlands Township and thankfully lost. I lost to John McMullen, and him and I are good friends now. And I say thankfully because I wouldn't have started the Woodlands Pride because
so that is a nonprofit though too, isn't it?
What's that?
It's a the Woodlands Pride.
The Woodlands Pride is
yes.
a nonprofit.
Okay.
And yeah, so 501c3, and our focus is more on education in terms of educating the masses that, you love your neighbor because you know your neighbor. You're not just going to love a stranger. And so if you get to know us, if you get to see us, if you know that we're living life with you and not to fight you, we're just your neighbor. And
You're
it's just
nurturing
like,
relationships.
yeah, and that's all it's about. And we've seen that change. I won't tell you what chamber it was, but I've done breakfasts at chambers, and people.
I already know.
People look at you very strange when you bring up LGBTQ at 8:00 in the morning. But I've also seen people's minds and hearts change in those over the 2 years that we were part of the chamber. People came up to me after and thank you for introducing this to me. I mean, maybe they're going to vote one way or the other, but I see you as you now. You're not this boogeyman that the media and people want you to be because it's scary because you don't know. And we kind of jumped stories there, but to kind of go into further detail with that, I don't know that we would be as successful as an organization if I was, I'm going to be vulnerable, if I was hyper flamboyant or if I was a trans person. I don't know that story would have told the same way at a breakfast, And so I'm here to continue that education of saying, yeah, you know me, but there's so many. I don't represent every gay person. You don't represent every woman.
You just represent yourself. Yes.
Yeah, and so keep that door open for the next person that's trans, gay, lesbian, man, woman, whatever that person is, black, white, female, male, we just have to keep those doors open for our neighbor, and that's all it's about.
For conversation.
Yeah.
So tell me about your event. It's October 22nd.
October 22nd, 2022, from 11 to 5 at Town Green Park. It is free. We have thousands of people. We have hundreds of booths. Exhibitors from arts and crafts. Before COVID, we had a kids zone, so jump houses, face painting, snow cone, like a kid specific food vendor. And it truly is. If in any way you're like, that's just not my cup of tea, whether you support the movement or if you just don't think that a Pride Festival is your thing, this is the most unique Pride Festival I've ever been to, and I'm obviously biased, but it is a time to just be free and see people that you may never have seen before, and most of the time you will see people. You will see literally your neighbors there. We have people that come from all over Texas, and we've actually had some people that came from out of the country. They may have been in passing through the Woodlands area, but but our goal is not the Woodlands. Yes, we're called the Woodlands Pride, but in our mission statement is the Woodlands and beyond, because there are kids, and that's my focus. I grew up, I have a big family, have a lot of young cousins, and in high school I worked with PALS, peer leadership assistant or peer assistant leadership, helping kids. In churches I used to go to, I was always a mentor, and so for me, my mission is to help a young person navigate a world in an easier way than I had or my neighbor had or whomever. And so Conroe, Montgomery, Willis, there are resources that they may not have at their schools, but their kids are still struggling. And that's not to say that every kid doesn't have a struggle. We all have struggles, right?
What about the family? Do you have resources for family too?
Yeah, there are.
Because a lot of families struggle with this.
Yes,
I'm sure.
Of course, and it's understandable. You don't know what you don't know, and
Exactly.
that's with everything. And I think that as you listen today, if there's that thing inside of you that says, no, this just feels wrong, let's have a conversation. Like, let's just start there. And it goes from there, and we'll see what happens. And but again, back to the festival, we just released signups for exhibitors, sponsorships, and volunteers today. We're really excited. Not much is going to change. We're still going to have performers, entertainers, local musicians, but I want to focus on. We are not just for the Woodlands residents. We are for everybody in our community, Montgomery County. It is so important that visibility every community is represented. And this is just a really cool way to have fun, grab a drink, see a performance, hop in, hop out, leave. It's
Whatever.
okay. Yeah,
Come
it's
and
free.
go.
It's free. So
it's
just
free. You have food. You have things to
Yeah.
see. You have booths. What kind of booths? If somebody wanted to be an exhibitor, what does that look like?
Yeah, so we have everybody from candle makers. I bought chapstick there last year. T-shirt designers. There are obviously social clubs. Like there's, we've had like different party affiliated booths out there. We'd love all the parties to be represented because again, I'm not me. Like it's not for me. It's for everybody, and we're a nonpartisan nonprofit, like most nonprofits should be. And we have GSAs, so Gay Straight Alliance clubs from local high schools. We usually donate those because, again, they don't have a lot of funds that they get from different schools. Dog adoption places, everything. Anything you can think of. Realtors, loan officers,
Life.
insurance,
Just life stuff.
If you want to market your business for under $300
Wow.
for early bird booths, to over probably this year 7,000 people because we're way past the pandemic, 7,000 people, they're going to see you. And in this community, like most communities, if they see you as a supporter of them, they're going to go to you first. They're going to remember where they saw you, where they saw your name. And they're going to remember that, oh, not only do they want my money, but they were actually supporting who I am. They see me who I am.
Right.
And that's a big deal.
So how would they get involved in that to be a sponsor or an exhibitor?
Yeah, they can go to thewoodlandspride.org, completely spelt out. I know it's a long, obnoxious name, but thewoodlandspride.org. And there is we just launched it today, a link to sign up for either to register as an attendee, a sponsor, or as an exhibitor. And if you are a food truck, we need a few food trucks. We didn't put that on there because we don't want to put we don't want to get too many food trucks. We want to make sure you guys
What
are
are you
successful.
charging for food trucks?
Food trucks are early bird rate of $2.95. We've
That's not
lowered
bad.
it.
Yeah.
I heard that it was a little high previously, and so we're going to give them a month to get in because they have to make money. We want our
right.
people to make money, and my husband and I started a new micro bakery recently, so we know there's a lot of costs in making baking and
Sure
all of
there
those
is.
things, and so we support small businesses, and I think the peak we've ever had about 115 exhibitors at our festival, and
October's a good time. It
October's a
doesn't
great
usually
time.
rain much in October.
Yeah. We've actually, I
Yeah.
have like this feeling. I'm like, okay, we've always had sunny skies. I hope this isn't the
Yeah.
year.
Well, and it's after the Catfish Festival, which takes up a lot in Conroe
Yeah.
and all the people and all the musicians. So you will have musicians there, performers of
Yeah.
all different kinds
Yeah.
of things.
We'll have we usually have there's something called a Houston Pride Band, and they have like a symphony almost. They come out there, they do their thing. We've had the drum line. I'm sure you've seen the I don't know the name of the organization.
Drum lines
but
are cool.
Yeah, they do that. And if you wanna apply, if you wanna do
Not me.
yeah.
No.
I mean, you can
I don't have
sing.
anything.
You can sing or you can dance up
Yeah,
there.
no.
You go. But if any of the listeners want to not audition, but let us know that you want to entertain our people. Let us know. We'll set you up, and we have 5 hours, 6 hours of entertainment to fill. So
Wow.
yeah, and it's seriously, it is such a fun-filled day for people. That's what I hear. As an organizer, it's a completely different lens that you see it through.
Sure.
Usually,
But it's very fulfilling when you see people have a good experience,
It is,
right?
it is.
You know, when you put all the work into it and then it finally happens and you're just let it go.
Yeah.
It's happening. Just let it go.
Yeah. and then like 5 minutes before the bar closes, I take my first drink because I don't want to drink throughout the event. And so I'm like, oh, okay, it's done. But then you have to tear down. So that's all right. That's the fun part. It happens in like an hour.
That's not bad.
But no, it's a great organization. Again, we are seeking all levels of sponsorships at this time. And it's just a lot of fun. We do have a VIP section, so it'll be booze and food provided.
And you have some sponsors already?
Not yet, but
Not
we
yet.
have had I think our media person, Rachel, said that we had 5 or 6 sponsors lined up already. They were just waiting for details. And so almost, I'm going to put a ballpark figure, 95% of our exhibitors and sponsors have been with us since day one or grown with us.
I saw Howard Hughes Corporation is also involved.
Howard Hughes was a sponsor. Hopefully they're coming back this year. Comcast was a sponsor, ExxonMobil. We have obviously some big name sponsors, but also small companies within the Woodlands area. The Bry's Pet Sitting Service, they were one of our biggest sponsors last year, and their dog sitting service located here in Montgomery County. And it's just one of those things. If you support the cause, you support people. People want to help out in any way they can.
Oh, that's fabulous. So, anything else you want to add that we haven't mentioned?
Yeah, I would just say again, I recognize the community we live in. I recognize the county. I'm a political science major. I recognize politics, but politics is nothing without people and relationships. And so let's break those barriers. Let's not let the media and our politicians tell us what we're supposed to think. Just talk to your neighbor. If you have questions about the Woodlands Pride or about the movement that we're trying to help create, talk to me. I mean, we're
reach out to you, right?
Reach out.
You're on Facebook at the Woodlands Pride, and again, it's thewoodlandspride.org, and you have contact information, I'm sure, on both. And so I'm excited for you, Jason. I think this is great. You're a great person. I've come to know you over the years, and you're very gracious and kind to people.
I appreciate that.
So I think you're going to have another fabulous event, and maybe as it gets closer, we can come back on and give shout outs to the sponsors.
Yes, that'd be great. Well, thank you so much, Margie. October 22nd.
Okay.
Yeah, Town Green Park.
Very good. All right. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Since 2004, Roger Stein Chiropractic has offered spine and joint manipulation services to residents of Montgomery County and surrounding areas. Conditions treated include lower back pain, migraines, headaches, whiplash, carpal tunnel, neck pain, sciatica, joint pain, sports injuries, herniated discs, and complications from pregnancy. Roger Stein Chiropractic, led by Dr. Stacy Rogers and Dr. Brian McGee, is an integrity-verified chiropractic clinic. Call 936-441-9990 for an appointment, or visit rogerssteinchiropractic.com. That's RODGERSSTEIN chiropractic.com.
Team Sinisi is a proud sponsor of Conroe Culture News. Vinny Sinisi and his professional team provide comprehensive real estate services throughout the greater Montgomery County area and beyond. Whether looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate, Team Sinisi has an impeccable reputation. Contact Team Sinisi for a great experience at teamsinisi.com. That's TEAMSINISI.com.
Don't forget to download the Lone Star Community Radio app from your Google Play or Apple Store. Bring Montgomery County's community radio with you anywhere with your smartphone or tablet. If you are in the Conroe area, tune in on FM. That's Conroe's FM 104.5, 106.1. If you are on the computer, bookmark irlonestar.com as your internet radio station. A Lone Star Community Radio. Broadcasting 24/7 from the heart of downtown Conroe, Texas.
From the beginning, the main purpose of the Cooperative Extension Service has been to change human behavior by teaching people how to apply the results of scientific research. By utilizing a holistic, multi-level approach, Extension family and community health programs encourage health and well-being for everyone. Addressing values, concerns, and needs with reliable science-based information, Extension programs help people lead healthier lives. We are Texas A&M AgriLife Extension, helping Texans make their lives better.
Hello, I am Margie Taylor, and we are back for our second segment today on May 9th. to talk with Cecily Kelly about Rotary of Conroe and all that they have going on, and there's so much. So we'll try to squeeze it all into the time we have allotted. But Cecily, you've been involved with Rotary for how long?
20 years.
20 years. I knew it was a long time. And so you meet weekly.
We meet weekly at Honor Cafe. We're a Tuesday lunch group, and usually we gather about 11:30 to start ordering lunch and sharing fellowship. And then at 12 o'clock we start our meeting. And we have a speaker on a variety of topics, and sometimes we do projects. We stuff bags for Meals on Wheels and things like that. But it's good fellowship and good fun.
Well, and you're very involved in the community, and you are meeting at Honor Cafe. I don't know if we mentioned Honor Cafe over here in downtown Conroe. So there's lots of things that Rotary does, but the first thing is all about polio, right?
Yes. So Rotary International was founded in 1904. It was the first service organization. We're in 155 countries, and people are Rotarians all around the world. In 1987, we started focusing on polio. Though polio hasn't been a problem in the United States since the 1970s, that was not true around the world. So we started putting money and working with countries to eradicate polio internationally. We started, there were 173 countries where polio was still endemic. Today, we're down to the last two.
Which two countries are they?
Unfortunately, those countries are Pakistan and Afghanistan.
Oh.
And they're countries where it is very challenging from the political climate. Last year, unfortunately, polio vaccinators were killed in both of those countries. Now Rotary hires people, local people, to do the vaccination.
So they're more accepted.
Yes, absolutely. But only one disease has been eliminated from the earth in all of our time, and that's smallpox. We are so close, so very close to eliminating polio. Pakistan has not had any new cases this year. Afghanistan has only had 3. Until we get to the point where polio is eliminated everywhere, we all new people born in the world have to be vaccinated against polio. But once we eradicate it and there are no polio cases for 3 years, no one will ever have to be vaccinated again.
Wow.
So we're really proud of the efforts that Rotary International has
So a
made.
portion of different things you do, even in Conroe, goes towards that.
Absolutely. For our fundraisers, we usually donate anywhere from $1 to $5 per ticket to combat Rotary internationally.
With Rotary International.
Unfortunately, it's a big ticket item. It takes lots of money to get there.
So tell me about Rotary International.
So Rotary International is coming to Houston. We have generally a convention every year. Unfortunately, for the last 2 years, the convention has been virtually, but people have decided with the number of vaccinations and things that we can do it in person.
That's good.
So from the 4th to the 8th of June, there are going to be close to 10,000 Rotarians gathering at the Brown Convention Center in Houston.
Wow.
So people from all over the world. It's a wonderful opportunity. People share great experiences and great projects that they're going. We don't only do polio, we're working on getting clean water to people all over the world. We're working on literacy, on maternal health. We're working on providing young people with opportunities. We have Rotaract clubs in high schools, in colleges. We have clubs in high schools and all over the world, because it helps people get involved.
And that's Interact, right? Is that correct?
Interact at
Yes,
the
okay.
high school.
Yeah.
But we are sponsoring programs in, our club has been involved in a program in South Africa where people get a microloan, mostly women, and they are taught to sew on a treadle machine that isn't electric. It's the old kind. Your
I do know.
grandmother
I
probably
do know.
had one.
Yes, little pedals,
that
yes.
you just pedaled, and they are learning to make shoes, and that's done in cohort with the Clark Corporation. You may be familiar with Clark Shoes. It's an English
I do know that, yes.
corporation. And those people pay the initial loan, which purchases the sewing machine, back from their profits. And thousands and thousands of women have developed a skill so they can support their families.
It's like their own business.
Yes,
right?
yes, it's
I
their
mean,
own
it's their
business.
self-owned, they're an entrepreneur.
Yes,
And they're learning how to
yes.
do it, and that's seed money to get it going.
Right, and it's seed money, and it's not a gift. It's seed money, which is a loan, and all that money goes back.
They're
into a
accountable
loan
for
to
putting it
someone
back.
else.
Yes.
Yes.
And it moves forward and moves forward. And so
Absolutely. It's certainly playing
Yeah,
it
no,
forward.
I love about microloans. I think they're great, especially in underdeveloped countries that really
Yes.
need it.
Yes.
So y'all are very involved. And then I saw that you just recently won a Silver Hero Award. What is that about? Are you familiar with that? Okay, it says it's for a shelter box.
Yes, we did receive a shelter. So Rotary International and Rotary Conroe have been involved with Shelterbox USA.
What is Shelterbox?
Shelterbox is a tub that contains a tent. It contains a solar stove. It contains
wow.
blankets. It contains
Yeah.
pots and pans. It contains the ability to sterilize water. And
It's
Rotary-
self-sustainable, so if you're out
Yes.
somewhere, you
Yeah.
can take
and
care
a shelter box
with
costs about $1,000.
different things to
and
sustain your
it
livelihood.
will sustain 8 people
Wow.
for 2 months. And so with
That's a lot.
Yes, with the situation that's happening in Ukraine, the Rotary Club of Conroe has sent 4 shelter boxes to Ukraine. They are not using the tents yet because in that central area of Europe, it's still pretty cold. So they will continue to supply things. There are more than 12 million refugees that have been put out of their homes by the Russian war in Ukraine. So this is what Conroe Rotary
It's
is doing.
survival. Yeah.
Yes. I mean, it's survival, and Shelterbox worked in Ukraine. They had a series of floods in the 2010s, and we were able to give money and things to people who had been to Ukraine, who knew the land, and who could get the things to the people that need it. So we were
What
honored
a great gift.
by Shelterbox with the Silver Award.
Wow, okay, because I didn't know what that was. Thank you for explaining that. So all these little projects, including the one you're about to tell me, are part of Rotary, part of the
Yes.
dues, part of your fundraisers that you're going to
Absolutely.
have. So tell me, let's talk about I Like Me books.
Okay, so I brought an I Like Me book
Yes.
sample. So for the last 20 years, the Rotary Club of Conroe has been giving individual personalized I Like Me books to every first grader in the Conroe High School feeder
It's a lot.
zone. It's a lot, and more all the time. I don't know if you know, but the average family in the United States has no more than 1 book in their home.
I did not know that.
I mean, it's a frightening statistic. They certainly didn't check my
Didn't check my house.
bookcases.
Yeah.
But, kids in first grade get to the point where they're reading at the end of the school year, and then they're off all summer, and they may never see a book. So this book, this I Like Me book, is given to each of the first graders personally, and it has their own name in it. So, like this example, this book was for someone named Kinley, and I like me, I like my name, Kinley. This book is written about me. It will also have her teacher's name in it and the name of 2 or 3 friends from her classroom. So it gives her an impetus to read the book. So
Because it's about them.
It's
and
about
they want to know
They-
words, and
I-
they want to know the story, and they want you to read it again and again.
Absolutely.
So that hopefully then they can start reading and be on
Yes,
that journey.
Yes, I have several times, many times over the years, been lucky enough to go and pass out books. In fact, I'm going this afternoon to Runyon Elementary School.
I have seen that and been part of it. It's cool. It's very
It is
cool.
so cool. They are so excited to see their name in print.
Mm-hmm.
This year we're doing something a little different because of COVID and things. We only were able to do 5 elementary schools in Conroe last year. This year, to make up for that, we're giving books to the first graders and the second
Oh,
graders
wow.
at those schools that we missed
Wow.
last year. And we had a scare, there's a shortage of paper to
Shortage
print
a lot of
books
things.
with.
Oh,
a
my
shor-
goodness.
And luckily, they found it, so the
Wow.
books are, many of them
How
are
many
here.
books are there, roughly,
Um,
that you're giving out this year?
It's $55,000 worth of books.
And do you have enough sponsors for all of that?
We always can use additional sponsors. Several organizations and companies have stepped up, and individual Rotarians have stepped up to sponsor individual schools. My DAR chapter sponsors Sam Houston Elementary School. It is so fun. Most of the first grades at Sam Houston are Spanish language. So if we are giving the books to the Spanish language students, they're in Spanish because they learn to read in Spanish and then they learn to read in English.
Well, and that way their parents might be able to help them more as well.
Yes, exactly, because the parents aren't necessarily fluent in English. But it is so much fun. We regularly and interact at the high school have kids who still have their I Like Me book when they get to high school.
Isn't that nice?
And 3 years ago at Sam Houston, we had our first teacher who said, "Oh, I Like Me books. I got a I Like Me book when I was in first grade." And now she's come back and is teaching in the district.
Full circle. Full circle.
A really wonderful program. And we get support also for this program. We received a $3,000 grant from Rotary District 5910, which is raised from the money from all the clubs who are sort of in a donut that surrounds Houston but doesn't include Houston.
And this is unique to Conroe, right?
Actually,
Or is it not?
It's not unique to Conroe. It's a program that was developed by Rotary and is done in several other places. And the I Like Me company is out of Kansas, but was started by Rotarians, and our club in Conroe picked it up 20 years ago.
Well, it's a fabulous thing. So all these programs, including I Like Me, and you do get sponsorships, but another fundraiser is the Pancake Supper fundraiser, right?
The Pancake Supper fundraiser. Thank you for letting me talk about it. It is next Tuesday, May 17th, and it's at Honor Cafe. It starts at 4:30 p.m. Tickets are $25 for adults and $15 for children. We are going to have wonderful pancakes. If you've ever had breakfast at Honor Cafe, they have a wonderful blueberry sausage that will knock your socks off. There'll be breakfast, drinks, raffles, and entertainment. It's a wonderful thing. Conroe Rotary did the pancake supper in town for years and years and years, and then I think they just got tired of doing it. But last year we brought it back, and it was a great success.
It was a good event. I came last year.
Yeah, and
You have celebrity, so to speak, waiters.
Yes, we have celebrity waiters, and we are going to have celebrity waiters again. I don't have the whole list, and I don't want to leave anyone off that
Sure.
list. But it will be.
You have to buy a ticket to see who they are.
Yes, you have to buy a ticket. $25 for adults, $15 for children. A good time will be had by all. And the money that you're spending goes to contribute to polio, to I Like Me books, to lots of the other things we have done in Conroe. We've planted trees at Runyon Elementary School. We sponsor the robotics program there. We sponsor Interact at the high school. There's just lots and lots of things we have our hands in.
Can you
Conroe.
come be a guest for lunch
Absolutely.
and find out about it?
Absolutely. We are open to men and women who are over 18. You are welcome to contact us. We have Rotary Club of Conroe Facebook page. You're welcome to just show up, and lunch is on us the first time, and then we'll find out if you like the idea of Rotary.
If it's a good fit for you.
Yeah, Rotary's motto is service above self. So we want to be out there and doing things, contributing to our
Like-minded
community.
people with that same
Yes, absolutely.
attitude to get involved. And you're very involved, like you mentioned, some of the things in the community, Conroe and
yes.
beyond.
And we have,
So-
if you don't live in Conroe or can't be there at the meeting on Tuesdays in the evening, the district we have a club, the Rotary Club of Lake Conroe, which meets Tuesday evenings at Amore Restaurant on 105. There's a Tuesday noon club that meets in Magnolia, a Thursday noon club that meets in the Woodlands. So
There's
are a
various
variety of
clubs,
things.
yes.
And
you probably know a lot of people that are involved in the clubs, you know?
We do.
I mean,
but one of the-
everybody knows somebody.
Yes.
So go with a friend and check it out.
Absolutely. And one of the new things we have, if you have that kind of job where you just cannot get away for something, we have an e-club where you can do it, all of it online, and that you do it online for your meeting, and you just get together for special projects, for service projects.
Or sometimes there's like a night social or something like that.
Yes, absolutely. Like we're all looking forward to going to the international convention, and it'll be fun. One of the other things Rotary has are fellowships of Rotarians who have similar interests, and I'm a genealogist, so I belong to the Fellowship of Rotarian Genealogists.
So you have like little subgroups.
Subgroups, yes, and we will be getting together and arranging tours of the Clayton Library is a very famous genealogy library in Houston, so we are hosting a tour at the
That's
Clayton.
kind of cool with people all over to
Yeah.
break off into different groups and things like that.
Absolutely.
You know.
Absolutely.
So how does someone get tickets?
So someone can get tickets. They can drop by Honor Cafe. Chris Sadler has tickets. You can contact a Rotarian. You can email rotaryconroe@gmail.com. You can contact me.
So can they just show up without a
They can
ticket
show
or
up
not?
And they can buy tickets at
Okay.
the door, yes.
It's 25 for adults, 15 for kids.
children. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I love pancakes. So
I know you're going to be coming.
I know I'm coming too. I just haven't gotten my tickets yet. So I will do so. I'm very glad that you came, Cecily, to share about this. I, was involved in Rotary, and it might be time to step back in.
I think so.
Took a little break.
Yeah.
Actually, it was 5 years ago when I started, when my son was first getting involved in the Army.
Yeah.
So, lots of challenges there. But I appreciate you coming on. I do want to tell everybody to listen in next Monday. We will have the Harmony Grace Foundation and Byron Sanford, who's the new mayor of Montgomery, newly elected, because we just had this election thing. Congratulations to all those that won. There's a couple of runoffs. There's one for Conroe City Council coming up, John Hernandez and Harry Hardman. That will be coming up, I believe, the end of May. Don't quote me on that. But congratulations to Marsha Porter and Howard Wood for Conroe City Council. And I appreciate our sponsors today, Roger Stein Chiropractic and Team Sinisi Real Estate Group. So check us out, Conroe Culture News, our YouTube videos, or go to irlonestar.com to see all the shows.